Hey, my loves, thank you so much for being here and welcome to today's Pick a Card reading. Today we have another viewer requested reading and I'm really excited for this one. We're focusing on you guys again, stepping away a little bit from the love readings for this one. And as you could tell by the thumbnail and the title, we're focusing on you with checking in to see how you've grown or evolved. So maybe some lessons coming through where you're at now. And yeah, like I said, I'm really excited for this. Now, given that this is a general reading, again, remember to take only that resonates, get rid of anything that doesn't. So if it doesn't feel like it's your experiences or you don't recognize yourself in the qualities that come through, one, it may just be maybe you don't recognize it just yet. However, I strongly say, if it doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate. Don't force it. I recommend just choosing a different pile, or if it's not resonating at all, just click off and check out a different reading. You could always come back to it whenever you feel guided to, if you feel guided to. All right, so I do have oracle cards already pre-shuffled selected, and I will be rolling the astrology dice, pulling the initial tiles for extra confirmation for those who resonates. That's just a little bonus. And yeah, so let's dive into your decks and your little markers here. So group one, you have the Tarot de la Nuit with this rose quartz butterfly. Group two, you have the Psychic Tarot with this little wooden turtle. And a coworker actually brought this back from Cuba for me. So Cuba may be significant. Maybe you're someone who loves to travel. Anyways, moving on. Group three, you have the Dog Tarot with this little opalite wolf. All right, so timestamps are pinned in the description box. Yeah, they're not pinned. They're pinned in the comment section. You will also find them in the description as well. Oh yeah, if you want to book a personal reading with me, my newest one is the personalized insights. There's a full version, 10 questions. There's a mini version, 3 questions. If you're not ready to go all in with a larger reading. And with those ones, you get to ask the questions of your choosing. So there's no specific layout there. You get to choose which topics you want. All right, so which I'll also put in the comments. Anyways, I will see you guys at your reading. Hey group one, you chose the Tarot de la Nuit with the rose quartz butterfly. Welcome to your reading. All right, let's place your crystal here. So we're going to start with the tarot and then we'll dive into your oracle cards, which I already have here. All right, how has the group one collective grown or evolved? How have they grown? Knight of Swords, King of Cups, 5 of Cups, 6 of Swords. Okay. So I do see here that a very generous, filled with love type of energy, and I'm also getting that there's been constant thinking, especially when it comes to things not working out, plans not working out, relationships and connections not working out, and just this overall feeling of defeat and regret. Reflecting over what could have happened, what should have happened, and this is like really going over and taking inventory of life. And I feel like you guys have dealt with some pretty major setbacks that have taken a very mental and emotional toll on you. And I do see that now is the time that you are ready to move forward. I feel like the burden is being lifted off your shoulders, and maybe you're still working through that, and I feel like that is okay too. This is saying, you know, you may still be in your growth period, and for some of you have already transcended this. But yeah, I'm just getting like this overall heaviness that has really, it feels like in a way like you may have seen that it has set you back, and kind of feeling like you should be further ahead than you are. But now you're claiming your power, and you're really becoming more radiant. It's like you just want peace now. You want it to be over and done with, and you're ready to move forward. I feel like you're ready to put certain relationships and even limiting beliefs and mental blocks in the past, because there's been a heavy mental and emotional toll here, which is perfect that you picked the butterfly, because the butterfly does represent transformation as well. I see emotional growth, you know, learning about yourselves on a deep emotional level. But I feel like you do have a generous heart, and it just feels like at times other people don't see it. And in some ways, like, you feel like you may have wasted your time with certain people that didn't quite, you know, that weren't open to receiving the love that you had to offer, the kindness that you had to show other people. And I feel like even mentally, it just led you wondering, okay, is there something wrong with me? But no, not anymore. You're not, you don't want to be there anymore. You're wanting to move forward. You're ready for something better, something bigger, something better. You're ready to come out of the darkness. With a Page of Pentacles. Yeah, you're ready for new opportunities here. You're very excited. You're very curious. You're open to learning new things, meeting new people. 9 of Swords. And we have the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so I do see a little bit of stress and anxiety, maybe some nerves, you know, getting back out there, meeting new people, learning new skills, and, you know, even starting over for some of you. Like, this may feel like a dark night of the soul, like a spiritual awakening, an entire transformation. And this is saying, you know, as exciting as it is, and as amazing these opportunities are that are making their way to you, that are presenting themselves to you, it is okay to face some anxiety and fear. You are human after all. How have you grown? Yeah, it feels like you're coming out wiser, but even though we have the pages here, it's like you're now ready to learn new things. It's like you've learned from past experiences and you're ready for new experiences. It kind of makes you nervous. But you're really stepping into the era of manifesting abundance and, you know, prosperity. Okay, we have the Queen of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, and 10 of Swords. All right. Okay, so I am getting that you guys have, yeah, this keeps telling me that you've gone through major setbacks that have taken that mental toll, but you're really stepping into your truth. Like, you know, or you have an idea you're even toying with some new ideas of what exactly you want. Maybe you're ready to just like revamp everything. And I feel like there is some excitement there, even though there is a little bit of anxiety. And like I said, that's completely natural. I do see that you're owning your truth, you're stepping into your truth, and you're not settling for anything less. I do see that you still have that generous spirit. Like you haven't lost that. It hasn't, all this heaviness hasn't, what's the word? I kind of want to say hasn't like ruined you or destroyed you, if that makes sense. Even though that's a little bit harsh, but basically like you haven't allowed it to make you small. You really are claiming your power. And you're serious about building a quality life for yourself, however that looks for you. You're ready for meaningful, like truly meaningful connections. You're tired of, certain things not working out and betrayals and false relationships, false connections. You're here for truth. You're here for transparency as well in connections. Let's see what else we have for you. Okay, so we have the ever unfolding rose. It says cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. So that may have been a hard pill to take, especially, if you ever found yourself at a point where you feel the things, why is this happening to me? I feel like you're actually shifting your mindset. We have TikTok. Fill the well. Happiness. It says, I'm aware that being happy means that I'm on the right path. And we have creator, fire. So strong fire signs coming through. You may be a fire sign, but I'm getting more of like a fiery energy. Like you're not settling for less. You're cutting people out, things out that no longer fulfill you. You're focusing more on your happiness. I see a quite drastic shift in mindset, and you realize that you have a life to live and you don't want to waste it. You don't want the life to pass you by, because you have plans for yourself. With TikTok, I'm also getting you may be creating an online presence for yourself as well. Yeah, you're ready to, I see you sharing your gifts. So I feel like you never lost that gift of generosity and kindness. Like you're true to your heart and soul. And I feel like that is a gift that you have carried throughout your journey. And I feel like it's just going to continue to strengthen. And this is a reminder that, now that you're choosing differently for yourself, you're going to find that you will be connecting more with people who share the same passion as you. More supportive, like-minded people stepping your way, coming your way, stepping into your life. So it's like we're coming out of the dark, and then you're choosing happiness. And I feel like here it's saying, even though it may have been a long time coming, you're finally there. You're finally getting there. Even if you're just taking it step by step, day, one day at a time, you're still growing, you're still evolving. And just keep in mind that it never stops. There's always the opportunity to grow and evolve. It's not like you just get to one place and you're done. That's it. There's always opportunities for new experiences. So, but yeah, I see you guys really choosing you, specifically your happiness. You're like, look, I got time, or there's only so much time, and you don't want to waste it. All right. Okay, now where I put my little astrology dice in with my crystals. Okay, so we have Cancer, 12th house Pisces. We have Aquarius and 4th house Cancer. I feel like you guys are a very beautiful, sensitive soul. All right, where am I putting these? Put them over there. We have G, R, U, E, Gruel. We have Rue, the name Rue. I'm also getting like Ruth. I'm seeing Greg. G-A-B. I'm seeing Gabe. Could have Gabrielle. Gabrielle. Gabby. We have M. K. U. H. Y. H. T. X. I, and the last one, E. I think Moxie, K, Abel, Mabel, all right, I'm going to leave it there. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I'm seeing other names, so I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that today. I'm just going to leave it alone. So there may be a significant word in here that resonates for you as confirmation. You may see specific names, things that are sentimental for you. If you don't see anything, that's okay too. It's just a little extra, just a little bonus. All right, so this concludes your reading, group 1. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you all the best. I'm sending you so much love, and I will see you in the next reading. Take care. Bye-bye. Hey, group 2, you chose the Psychic Tarot with this beautiful wooden turtle. Welcome to your reading. All right, let's place your little guy there and dive in and see with the tarot to start how you've grown, evolved. You may also find that you're still working on it, and that's okay too. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, if you want to throw out some suggestions, either like personal growth or, even love and relationships, that's fine. You can throw them in the comments, or you're welcome to email them to me if you don't feel comfortable sharing your ideas with the comment section. All right, so how have you grown, group 2? How has the group 2 collective evolved? Okay, so we have the 2 of Swords, mental conflicts. We have the Ace of Cups. Authority with the Emperor. And we have Light with the Star. So we're getting Aquarius and Aries coming through. All right. Okay, so I'm getting still a little bit of confusion. Like, you're still figuring things out here. You're still actively working on healing, maybe stepping into trusting and having faith. I see more like learning to surrender to other possibilities, especially in terms of receiving love and kindness from others. So I feel like that has been a little bit of a challenge here, is even expressing your emotions, allowing your vulnerability to be seen by others. I feel like there's like this need to keep that in and control your emotions, but I'm getting like you're learning to express your feelings. And even though like you may have setbacks, you may be a little weary of who to trust. I feel like you're starting to listen to your intuition rather than listen to the voices in your head, like your ego. Especially if you tend to have, well, usually we're our own worst critic, right? So especially if you're the type of person that struggles, you know, always being a little too hard on yourself. I'm getting it's more about surrendering to your intuition and kind of blocking out, canceling that noise of, you know, not feeling good enough, not feeling worthy of love, loving connections. I feel like you're learning to not listen to that conflict, that noise. You're learning to tune it out. And you really are an inspiration to those around you, even though you may not see it. You really are. You have a lot of light to share with the world. With the Four of Wands. Throat chakra. Seven of Wands, stand your grounds. And disruption. All right, so we have Aries and Scorpio here with the Tower. Mars energy. Ooh. I'm getting this telling people off. Getting more of a, like, really standing your ground. It's like, whew, you're not afraid. Like, you're really learning. You're finding your voice, or you found your voice, and it's you're stepping into that point where you're not afraid to fight for your passions, fight for what you truly believe in, especially when it comes to, you know, your choices, your personal choices, and what you want for yourself. I feel like you're here wanting to find peace, and you want to be grounded. You want stability. And I see with you guys finding your voice. Yeah, I'm still getting like telling people off, learning to tell people, you know, to take a hike. You're not afraid to take that action. It's like aggressive energy, but it's also, it's, you know, some of you are like, have really evolved and really done well for yourself in this area. Like, you're really not afraid to tell someone off if you need to. You know, speak up for yourself, speak your truth, shine your light. Others of you are still kind of getting there. I feel like a part of the challenge may be, you know, once you speak your truth with authority and conviction, suddenly I feel like there's this fear of, oh no, you know, did I say too much? Did I, you a little worried that maybe you came on too strong. But yeah, I feel like this is a reminder that you'll get there, you'll learn, right? It's a journey, it's a process. I'm getting a strong need in the collective for peace and stability. You know, really stepping into your light, stepping into your truth, and taking action and, you know, making waves to make it happen for you. I do get a sense of internal achievement as well. And it feels good shining your light and your power. So we went from like a, it kind of feels like a shy, quiet type of energy in the past, you know, one that keeps their feelings bottled up to themselves, you know, afraid to speak up, afraid to be judged by other people, afraid to stand for what you believe in and especially what you want for your life, to now really owning your power, owning your light, and learning to speak your truth. Okay, we have awareness, the Magician, with the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, firm foundation here. We have the Two of Cups, spiritual union, and we have the Eight of Wands. Okay, so I'm definitely getting into like more of a spiritual union within yourself. Group 2, you've really found yourself. And even if you're like, well, I still struggle occasionally, that's normal. That's okay. You know, just have compassion for yourself, especially if you're the type of person, maybe you were a people pleaser in the past, or just really hard on yourself. You're getting there. And I see you guys really calling in a partnership that aligns with the new you, who you are. You're ready for a spiritual union with a companion, whether it's platonic or romantic. Yeah, you're moving forward. And I feel like some of you have moved a lot faster than you even realize. I feel like this is the message that you are doing, excuse me, an amazing job, and you have come very far, and you should really be proud of yourself. I see you guys learning new skills. Oh, sorry, that was, hold on, looking at this. I don't know why, it kind of threw me off there. I was thinking High Priestess, so may have like a High Priestess energy, tapping into the intuition. Okay, we have the Eight of Pentacles. Positive movement forward. It's interesting because this kind of reminds me of like Eight of Cups, but yeah, you're moving forward. You're learning new skills. You're mastering new skills. You're mostly yourself. And you know who you are, and that is amazing. Yeah, heart chakra here. You're ready. You're ready for fulfilling connections, love, partnership, especially like really loving yourself. All right, so we have mirror. Who or what is triggering you? We have say no. We have blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. We have why. Success and transformation. Yes, you have changed. You've gone from someone who is highly triggered, especially by those around them, in terms of romance, asking why, maybe putting the blame on others, or even blaming yourself. Because like I said, I'm getting like a strong, being a little too hard on yourself here, to stepping up and taking ownership and understanding that your happiness is in your hands. And you're like, you know what? You may not be able to control, others around you, but you can control who, for the most part, who has access to you. Now, I know like there's certain exceptions, like in everyday life, we have to interact with certain people, but you can kind of restrict them in ways, right? Rather than allowing all access to you. So I feel like you're learning to not let things or certain things and people get to you and allow you to doubt yourself. You're learning to say no rather than feeling powerless. Yeah, you're going from feeling powerless to feeling empowered. Learning to say no. All right, beautiful. Trying to look, is there anything else? No, I'm getting like a lot of surrender. Yeah, I keep going back to this really feels like self-blame, self-doubt, being too hard on yourself. Yeah, you're not there anymore. You've outgrown this pattern, this cycle. You're ready for more. You've been successful, and more successful than, other people around you. It kind of reminds me of this quote I saw. I don't remember the whole thing, but it was like something like, there comes a time where it's like, this is the last time I'm going to allow these people to treat me this way. And, you choose to move forward. And I feel like that's where you're at now. Like, you're taking care of yourself. You understand that, again, you're responsible for your well-being, and you're taking ownership of that. You're aware of that. You're no longer allowing people around you to make you feel small, allowing them to have the power over you. All right, so we have Pisces, we have Libra, Aquarius with 11th house, and we have 4th house Cancer. I also see you guys as very curious as well. Kind of reflecting on the past of how things have bothered you, how things have triggered you. Okay, where am I putting this? We have L, I, B, could have Libby, A, or Libra, T, X, S, M, J, TJ, JT, James, we have E, W, C, S, U, R, Jess, Jessica, Jessie. Yeah, I actually have all the letters for Jessica. And we have a, we have Rowan, Roman, Jace, Lisa, all right, I'm going to leave it there. Okay, so that's what I have for you, group 2. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you all the best. I'm sending you so much love. I will see you lovelies in the next reading. Take care. Bye-bye. Hey, group 3, you chose the Dog Tarot with the Opalite Wolf. Welcome to your reading. All right. Let's see how you've grown or evolved. And you may also find that you're still learning, you're still growing and evolving. That is okay. This may be confirmation that you're on the right path. Okay. So for group 3 collective, we're starting with the Fool, new journey, Aquarius. With the 9 of Wands, the 2 of Wands. I'm not taking reversals. If you're wondering why I'm not taking reversals, just, you know, because it comes up occasionally. Yeah, I don't usually with YouTube. It's only if I feel like it. Okay. And we have the 6 of Pentacles. I still get a, okay, so even though I said, like with everybody, you may still be on this journey, and that may be extra confirmation that you're on the right track, I feel like there is a new beginning here. I feel like it has really taken a toll. You know, I see some of you are just at the beginning here currently. All right, I will say this. You have a fire within you. Like, you keep going. Even though things get confusing, even though things get challenging. You really do have this passion, this fiery spirit. And you really have a lot of light, a lot of playfulness. Sorry, I just heard my daughter go, bro. Something about this. This is the 6. Hold on. I want to clarify that because something about that card feels off for me. Let me just grab the book. Do you believe that's like the treats? Suit of Swords. Okay, 6 of, okay, it is the swords. Oh my goodness. You know, one day I will have this deck completely memorized. All right, yeah. Okay, so it's the 6 of Swords. Okay. You guys have a fire. It's like no matter what is put in front of you, you keep going. No matter the struggle. And I feel like at times you're like, you know, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to decide. I just want, you know, things to be easier. But I'm getting like a lot of life in you. It doesn't even matter the age. I feel like there's this beautiful playfulness about you. You're moving forward. I feel like you're learning. I keep looking at this little puppy. Now it kind of reminds me of my dog Ginger. She also had like a similar collar and leash to that. So but it's just like this beautiful playfulness, this playful spirit, in spite of, you know, opposing, you know, these conflicts and challenges. I still see that beautiful childlike spirit within you shining through here. And you lean on that when things get tough. Okay, so we have the Worlds, the Emperor, we have Capricorn, we have Aries, we have the Three of Wands, the High Priestess, Pisces. Okay, interesting message. Some of you may have really tapped into your intuitive or psychic abilities here, being able to, like, maybe having dream premonitions, seeing the future, or feeling things before they happen. I feel like that's a side message. So if you feel like, you know, you are feeling or seeing things or kind of predicting things before they happen, this is confirmation. Yeah, we're getting a lot of claiming power here. Completing cycles, ready for a new cycle. Moving forward, moving on. Which, I mean, we are looking at the obvious, you know, how have you grown and evolved? Obviously, there is going to be movements, cycles completing. But I feel like you're a lot stronger. Like you're more resilient and have strengthened your spiritual or psychic abilities. You're not the small, you know, person you once were. You're ready for more. Like you're ready to take on more is what I'm getting. But I feel like at times you doubt yourself. You kind of still play it small. And again, like you're still learning. But yeah, you're ready for more. This is like, how have you grown and evolved? You're ready for more. It's no longer time to play it small anymore. It's time to take big leaps at the right moment for right opportunities. Now, obviously, I say that use discernment. Don't completely uproot your life. You know, quit your job and travel the world. You know, there's still bills to pay. So I would say make sure you have a plan in motion if you're going to do something that drastic. Don't want to have any of those. Well, that's, you know, that tarot reader, she told me I'm ready for more, so I just uprooted my life and I have nothing in the bank. That's not a good idea. So definitely use discernment there. These opportunities will come to you. You don't have to go chasing for them. But you're going to have new opportunities, new decisions to make. And I am getting like a big change in life, like a big life change here, possibly a move. Okay, so we have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Seven of Cups. Yeah, there's choices. Five of Pentacles. And we have the King of Wands. Okay. Yeah, so I do see that you've had to say goodbye to certain things, and it has been hard. But I feel like there's more available to you moving forward. I do see you receiving support and guidance along the way. I kind of want to see what are these options. Now, obviously, we are general, so, but, you know, I like to narrow it down if I can for someone who's going to resonate. Options. Okay, so the Hierophant. This has to do with a higher level of learning. And we also have the Lovers. Some of you may have chosen your spiritual journey and over a romantic connection. You know, maybe deepening that connection within yourself. You may have needed to walk away from something that was no longer fulfilling, and I feel like it wasn't easy. And I'm also getting like, even moving forward and having a huge adjustment in life, because I do see an opportunity to move physical locations for some of you. It's going to be bittersweet. Now, I will say this. Like, if you're wondering, can I have both? Can I have, you know, that romantic partner and, you know, choosing my spiritual personal growth or whatever? Yes, absolutely you can. You know, it's not going to be the same answer for everybody, but yeah, I believe it's possible. If you believe it's possible for yourself and that's what you want, yeah, then I say, heck yeah. There's some of you are choosing one over the, no, I'm not really getting that you're not choosing better for yourself. I'm getting that maybe choosing the right connections that fulfill you on a deeper level. You may be very specific. You may be going from just one night stands to more long-term, you know, connections that feed your soul. You know, connections that make you feel used or abandoned, going from that to only connections, only partners that feed your soul, that bring about this deeper sense of self, where you learn and grow from the connection rather than just feeling at a loss, like something was taken from you. All right. Okay. Let's leave it there with the tarot. Get into your oracle and see what else is coming through for you. Okay, so we have Akasha. Your guidance is divinely guided. Your guidance is divinely guided. You're being guided. Akashic records, or maybe something in there if you're into that. And I am getting, like I said, like your spiritual abilities are strengthening. So that may be something you're already curious about or looking into for yourself to read for others. We have you are safe. Failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. And we have 19, flexible. And then we have follow through. Okay, so this is about not giving up on yourself, even if there's setbacks. I see you with flexible here. I feel like this is more finding connections that are more aligned with communication and compromise, like healthy compromise. You know, being open, and also being open with the universe, being open with divine guidance, being more flexible than maybe closed-minded. I feel like you guys are more open-minded moving forward, you know, shifting. You may have thought maybe in the past as well that I'm kind of getting like a shift in ideals or a shift in desires. And that may have been very scary for you. And you may have wondered, well, what if I fail? Spirit is saying here, you are safe. And again, you are strong. You have the resilience. You have the potential to see this through. And it is okay if you feel like changing your desires, if you have changed your desires, or if you've changed your priorities in life, that is okay too. Maybe what was once fulfilling is leaving you feeling more like Five of Pentacles, like draining, feeling exhausted, tired, like just run down, and where, you know, you're not feeling safe or feeling that stability anymore. This is more like aligning with what is meant for the new you. Because remember, as you evolve, some of your desires, some of your goals and priorities may shift as well. Not always, but they can. So maybe you're more flexible, more open to, you know, other possibilities. And that's okay too. Like, you're not a failure because you didn't see something through in the past, or maybe you changed what you want in life. That is okay. You didn't fail. Even with yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah, follow through. Listen to you. Listen to your guidance. And remember, I'm getting here, follow through, like other people's paths. Understand that, you know, people are going to have their opinions. They have their own journeys. And, you know, they may not agree with your path. They may not understand your path. Maybe they would have chosen differently for themselves. That's okay. You know, you're not a failure just because somebody else doesn't agree with your changes or your shifts. I'm getting like shift in beliefs, shift in desires. Like, it just feels honestly like a brand new you, like completely different. Like, you're shifting priorities, shifting perspectives. That's okay. You're not a failure because you shift perspectives. That's what happens when you grow and evolve. You know, some things you may stand firm in, like forever, like certain beliefs, and that is okay too. Other things you're naturally going to shift. So also that, don't let anyone say, well, like 5 years ago you said this. You're allowed to change. You didn't fail. If that's part of life. That's part of growth. So don't don't allow the judgy comments or the naysayers to hold you back, because maybe they're still on the same path. Maybe they haven't changed or grown. That's okay. That's their journey. You focus on you, because you are safe. You are being divinely guided, and you do what's right for you. And you're going to learn. You're going to stumble. That's okay. We all stumble. It's how you get better. You learn from the lessons, and you take the experiences, and you're wiser for it. Right? Yeah, I keep getting like spiritual or psychic gifts coming through here. Also, like, kind of like breaking generational patterns. You're stepping away from certain belief systems that are no longer for you, and following your own. Yeah, you guys are definitely making big changes. I see obviously big changes with all three groups, because that's what we're looking at today. Um, Evolving. So naturally there's going to be changes. But yeah, I feel like, I don't know, group three, something about you. It feels good. Okay, so we have ninth house Sagittarius, which also is about, well, there's so many things, but what immediately comes to mind with the ninth house is expansion, knowledge, higher learning. Also have Taurus. It also houses like travel as well. We have seventh house, Libra. Just relationships, beauty, and that's all I can think of right now. There's a lot more. So, feel free to throw it in the comments. Yeah, we also have Virgo. Inner beauty, friendships, balance. Okay, so I am going to put these here. We have you, stupid chair making creaking noises, UXA, E, F, M. Okay, FM, like frequency. Maybe you're on a different frequency, a higher frequency. We have date. Ready for dating. Maybe there's a significant date coming up. We have R, S. I'm hearing Marissa. Could also have Meredith. M, say mama. Someone that's close with her mother. We have M, H, R, and O. seeing Sam, Emma, all right. Oh, shoot, you guys. Here I am, like, staring at the tiles, not even paying attention. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. So, rather than me, like, trying to figure out more words. And of course, you know, I'll find them as soon as I turn them off, because that always happens. But, oh, Tamara. Yeah. Okay, anyways, I'm not gonna do that. I'll let you guys look for yourselves. Anyways, that is what I have for your group 3. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you guys all the best. Sending you so much love. And please feel free to throw in some more suggestions either in the comment section, or you're welcome to email me if you don't feel comfortable just having your suggestion public. That is okay too. So I'll see you guys in the next reading. Take care. Bye-bye.